the pain, the stress, the trials and tribulations, the hustle, the grind, the hate, the money, the problems. It's what a G gotta go through. It's what hustlers do. We America's most wanted. Ross.
How y'all doing today? It's your boy Quil coming live from What's the Scenario?
This is Big Mike. We here with you. Let's get it.
Yeah. So today, episode 6, we doing things, we doing it big. Spring break about to start for us, so we about to enjoy ourselves this spring break.
This was much needed, a much needed spring break. I'm telling you.
Facts.
Much needed.
Facts. Well, we gonna get right into it today for y'all. So let's not wait. So for the first topic and the only topic today, we gonna enjoy ourselves. We gonna make things real interesting. So the topic for today is, what's the top 5 players in the NBA at each position? And their one honorable mention. One. Just one. So Big Mike, tell them how you feel about your top 5 point guards and your one honorable mention.
My top 5 point guards, I have Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, John Wall, and Damian Lillard. Those are my top 5. With my honorable mention, it's going to surprise a lot of people. Kyle Lowry. The reason I say Kyle Lowry is because I done seen his brother ball out in the playoffs. I done seen his brother go one-on-one against Dwayne Wade and show out and come up clutch in the fourth quarter. You know, Kyle Lowry is a baller. But as far as top 5, I got to go with Kyrie because Kyrie is an all-around baller. Russell Westbrook. He's Russell Westbrook. I don't think we really need to say too much about that. He's one of the most ruthless competitors in the NBA, period. Steph Curry is one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. Probably the greatest shooter I've ever seen, maybe in history. John Wall, if I had to pick a point guard out of this whole list who I won for 10 years, I probably would pick John Wall just because he would make everybody around us better. Damian Lillard, he's just a show. When he's on and when he's on fire and he's clicking, he looks just as good as Steph or Klay Thompson, as far as shooting, when he's clicking. So
I agree.
That's my top 5 with my honorable mention. What about you, good brother?
My top 5, my honorable mention is same as yours, bro. I can't really, but my honorable mention gonna shout a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mike Conley,
Yeah.
Ohio State product. You know I love my Ohio State Buckeyes. Basketball, football, baseball, and soccer. But nah, basketball, I'm North Carolina all the way. But our top 5s agree, but that Mike Conley
on positions, yes.
Mike Conley, he different. The boy real vicious. Real vicious.
Definitely.
So shooting guards, Big Mike, started off. How you feel about those?
Oh, we already know who's at the top.
James Harden.
And right now, there's nobody messing with James Harden right now. Arguably, he's the top MVP candidate of the season right now, and he's the best shooting guard. He's unguardable. Nobody can put him one-on-one. There's nobody one-on-one in the NBA that can guard James Harden.
As I look at your top 5, your top 5 is really intriguing.
Yeah, it is. And my number 2 guard, Klay Thompson. You can make the argument that Klay Thompson is the best two-way guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
Period. Like, he want to catch and shoot, one of the best shooters we've ever seen.
D-Dagger.
He's going to guard their best player every day. So
Klay do play defense. His defense is slept.
It's very slept on.
Highly slept on.
My third, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is up and coming. I've been saying this for a long time. DeMar DeRozan's mid-range game was his game. He had it on lock. He was elite with that. The thing that was going to exceed him and put him over the top was adding that three-pointer.
That dunking.
That three-pointer.
That boy.
The fact that he came in with a three-pointer this year, that three-pointer has really elevated him. CJ McCollum, very underrated. That's my number 4. CJ McCollum is one of the most underrated shooting guards we have. And at number 5, I got Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is another underrated shooting guard down there in Washington. And for my honorable mention, I'm going with the young boy, Devin Booker. Devin Booker his upside is amazing.
Your top 5?
His upside is amazing.
He got in your top 5, my boy.
He's in top 6. Those are some elite. There's some elite company in that top 5. So you're my top 6.
My top 5, good brother. James Harden number 1. I got Jimmy number 2 because I think Jimmy play that defense.
He do.
Offense wins games. Defense gonna win you a championship. That's just me. I got Klay at 3. Klay the undisputable shooter. At 4, I got Devin Booker. No, you don't know that many young boys dropping 50 plus. And then 5, I got DeMar DeRozan. You summed it up everything with DeMar DeRozan. And D Wade. That's my honorable mention. D-Wade, the GOAT, baby.
Yeah, you like that.
He the yo
Like
D-Wade,
that.
like we said the last episode, D-Wade's the third best shooting guard of all time.
He is, without a question.
Without a question, hands down. That's it though. For real, like our top 5 is really pretty similar for the most part. Besides Bradley Beal
And Devin Booker.
and C.J. McCollum, for real. But I
CJ
mean,
McCollum is tough. Very
other
much
than
so.
that, we gonna be alright. For real.
So
They gonna
small
be
forwards. We're gonna do the small forwards right now. Quil, who you got as your top 5 and honorable mention small forwards in the NBA right now? Kind of don't really have to ask, but
LeBron James. Say now. My top 5 small forwards and honorable mention: LeBron James number 1, KD number 2, number 1 and number 2 best player in the world.
Yeah.
Like you can't argue that.
You really can't.
Number 3, Paul George. Paul George redefined his career after he got hurt. Back a few years ago after the Olympic injury. Once he got hurt in the Olympic injury, Paul George became who he became.
Yep.
Number 4, my favorite player, Red Hook's finest, Melo. I mean, Melo. My favorite player of all time. I really don't care what nobody got to say. That's my guy. 5, Greek Freak. You can't beat the Greek Freak. That boy different. He vicious. He gonna be something pivotal. Let's give him some help around. That boy gonna be a dog.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And my honorable mention, I got Gordon Hayward.
Yep,
White boy can ball.
you can.
White boy reminds me of,
White chocolate.
not even. White boy reminds me of Larry. And he plays for the Celtics. My good brother, how about you?
Number 1 and 2 is easy. LeBron and KD. We don't really have to explain for them. But number 3, I differ from you. Instead of Paul George, I'm going with Kawhi Leonard. Because Kawhi Leonard, even though he's hurt this year, we haven't seen too much of him. His brother's a freak of nature. He's a different breed. He can do it all.
The claw.
He can score anywhere on the court, and he can lock up your best player on that team. So
That's a fact.
your man can do it all. My number 4, I can go with Paul George. Like you said, he resurrected his career after that injury, and he's on pace to become a Hall of Famer. He plays it on both sides. He does it. He really does.
That's a fact.
My number 5, I'm going with Greek Freak. The only thing that's stopping Greek Freak from being possibly the best player in the world is his jumper. If he was to ever get a solid mid-range jumper and a 3-pointer, Greek Freak would probably be one of the best in the game.
But firing
Top
Jason
5.
Kidd don't help either.
It doesn't. I don't know why they did that. I like Jason Kidd every day. He fit good with them. My honorable mention, I got to go with Carmelo Anthony. I don't care what they say. When you're the third option, your numbers are going to decline. Carmelo Anthony is one of the best scorers of our era. We've never seen a better ISO one-on-one scorer in our era than Carmelo Anthony over the years.
And you never see nobody lock LeBron up almost every time.
And LeBron can't guard him. He never has. Couldn't in high school. He can't now. So that's
Never will.
That's my top 5 honorable mentions, small forwards.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now we're gonna get into the power forwards in the NBA. Quil, good brother, who you guys your top 5 and honorable mention power forwards?
My top 5 and my honorable mention power forward is number 1, AD.
Absolutely.
AD.
Absolutely.
That boy a dog.
He's
Nothing much to say.
special.
Number 2, Kevin Love. I put Kevin Love at the number 2 spot because Kevin Love got a ring. And before Kevin Love became so injury prone, Kevin Love was Mr. Double-Double, Mr. 20 and 20 a night easily. We were wearing that 42 back in Minnesota days. So I give respect to Kevin Love. 3, you know who I'm going with, Chris Stapps. The unicorn. Fuck is you talking about? Excuse my language, but I mean he a dog. 4, I'm going with Draymond. I will put Draymond higher, but I'm a Knicks fan. I had to put Chris Stapps number 3. 5, I'm going with Blake. Blake been doing this since he came into the league. He redshirted when he got to the league, and he ain't looked back since. He just got to get over that hump. And number 6, my honorable mention at 6, Paul Millsap. I know he's had his ups and downs in the past couple years, but when Paul Millsap, back when he was with Utah Jazz, Paul Millsap was that dog. Back when he was with excuse me. What's the team called? Atlanta.
Yeah,
Woo!
played for Atlanta for
Woo!
a couple years. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, he was nice.
Boy was easy eating. But Big Mike, how about you? What's your top 5?
My top 5 power forwards, I'm going with Anthony Davis. Of course, I feel like he's one of the top 5 players in the game right now, and he's only trending upwards. My number 2, I gotta go with Chris Porzingis, that unicorn you was just telling me about.
Yeah.
The brothers, big deal. Like,
Who
he's
you know
cash.
that's 7'3" that's pulling threes
threes from
and
Curry.
dunking?
And dunking, like he's a real deal. The Knicks need to really The Knicks need to really build around this brother because he's special.
Get Colin Sexton.
I'm telling you. Then my number 3 power forwards, I'm going with Draymond. Draymond Green. Draymond Green, he does it all for that team in Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors don't have that physical defense. They don't have that mentality that they do, that dog mentality on that team without Draymond. Draymond is a dog. He doesn't put up the flashy numbers. He's not going to give you 30 points, but he's going to give you 10 assists possibly, and he's going to give you some rebounds and blocks. So Draymond Green is tough. Number 4, I'm going with Kevin Love. Kevin Love, he's a spot-up shooter. He's a baller. He was nice. He was, like you said, he was a walking double-double in Minnesota. So when he came to Cleveland, it was only right. My number 5, Blake Griffin. I got to go with Blake Griffin because Blake Griffin is one of those guys that I feel like in L.A., he was kind of inconsistent in a way, but he's still good enough to the way he could be in my top 5 because
there's no other fours in the league.
There's no other fours
it.
that are really dominating him on a consistent level. So Blake Griffin is tough.
I was gonna say Zebo.
Zebo's in the latter part of his career right now. I can't really say now he's better than Blake because But my honorable mention for power forwards is LaMarcus Aldridge. Right now, since Kawhi Leonard's been hurt, he only played 9 games this year. LaMarcus Aldridge has led this team to in the top in the playoff hunt, and he was an all-star. He put up nice numbers this year, and he's been consistent. He was a little inconsistent in the playoffs last year, but for the most part, since he's been in San Antonio, he's been consistent. And he was nice in Portland. So I'm going with LaMarcus Aldridge as my number 6.
Okay, I see you. So Big Mike, let's end it off right. Centers, that 5, the big man,
the big homies,
holding it down in the
big
paint.
Homies in the trenches. My top 5 centers, I'm number 1, I'm going with DeMarcus Cousins. I feel like he's been the best big man in the game for the past couple years, and it's only right to put him in that category. Number 2, I'm going with Karl Anthony Towns. I like his upside. He's really shown me a lot over the years, and he's been very consistent. Even though Minnesota hasn't really been as consistent, he's been very consistent. So I like Karl Anthony Towns a lot. He has a bright future. My number 3, I'm going with Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets.
What?
Yes. Nikola Jokic is the real deal. This brother, over the past couple weeks, I don't know if people have been watching, this brother has almost averaged a triple-double over the past few weeks.
Didn't he get
He's
a triple-double, like 18
deal.
minutes, something like that?
Yes. The brother is the real deal. They weren't using him right in Denver. They're finally figuring out how to use this man. And he can pull up from 3. He can shoot anywhere. And he has an inside game. He can facilitate for you. He does it all.
That's that overseas basketball.
I'm telling you.
European men,
Number
they
4,
shoot.
Number 4, I'm going with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, he's right now, he's probably the best trash talker in the NBA, but he backs it up on the court. I mean, the man, he's starting to develop a 3. Trust the process. The process is guaranteed, is very high right now, and he's looking real good. Number 5, I'm going with Rudy Gobert because he's very slept on out there in Utah. Utah, they have a couple nice stars, like Donovan Mitchell's the possible rookie of the year, but they play team ball, so you'll never see players go off like that, but you consistently see him with 20 and 15 or 20 and 20 rebounds. He crashes the boards. He's always in the paint blocking shots. He can get you 20. He's the real deal. I like him at 5. And my honorable mention, number 6, I'm going with Andre Drummond because it seems like he averages 20 and 20. He averages 20. If he don't give you 20 points, he's definitely gonna give you 20 rebounds. He lives in the paint, and the fact that he has a wingman like Blake, that's only gonna help his numbers. So I got Andre Drummond.
Okay. So my top 5, it's really pretty much the same as yours, but it's just a little bit order switched around. I got Cat as number 1. I think Cat's the next big thing. I don't know what it is about Cat. I just think he's
special.
I just think he's the next big
special.
thing. I think he's baby. I think he's a Shaq coming.
He's special, bro.
Number 2, I got DeMarcus Cousins. Number 3, I got Joel Embiid. Number 4, Rudy Gobert. Number 5, Nikola Jokic. And my honorable mention, a lot of people sleep on him, but he's been a consistent all-star lately. Al Horford.
Yes. The only reason I didn't put Al Horford there because I look at him as a 4.
I used to look at him as a 4 as
He's
well. But why I look at him as a 5? Since he came to left Atlanta, Once he left Atlanta and came to Boston, he just elevated himself as a center. Because in Atlanta, he used to play the 4. He was the 5. Paul Millsap was the 4, and DeMar Carroll was the other 4. So other than that, my honorable mention at 5 is Al Horford. I will put Andre Drummond, but I think he's a 4. But with Blake there, they're gonna be real pivotal. Real
Blake there. He has to be
pivotal.
the 5 with Blake there.
Real pivotal.
Yeah, no questions. All right, that concludes this episode 6 of What the Scenario. I'm Big Mike.
And I'm Quil.
And we just appreciate all the support that we get. Like and subscribe. You know, we like I said, we just one episode closer to our goal. Yes. And the fact that we continuously get the support, we love it. We appreciate every one of y'all.
Thank y'all.
So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We blessed for this opportunity, like we say every time. God is good all the time. You know what I mean? Like his hat says, it's a major key.
Major key.
We trying to be the major key to success out here. So, you know what I mean? Help us help you. So, I mean, look out for us. We gonna be on the prowl. You heard me. You hear me? Thank you.
Jaleel.